In this demo, I want to show you how Kiali reacts to different issues when the system is not how it's supposed to be. Here in the overview page, you see everything is green, healthy, that's good. And when we go to the graph, for example, for the book info, we can see the almost standard setup. Istio gateway, ingress gateway is getting traffic, going to product page V1, then to the reviews, ratings, and here I have a rating service that's talking to MySQL, so we also see the TCP traffic, how many bytes are sent and received per second, and we can put edge labels on the edges. So now you see that how many requests are going here. Not relatively, how many requests per second are going. We can also do the percent of the total or the percentile. TCP sent bytes, obviously only applicable to this blue connection over here. And now, as everything is good, I go back to the overview page here, and now I deploy a second version of the product page that does not have a sidecar installed. This is my deployment configuration. It's a deployment, and I have with a label product page, application product page version 2, and I just pull in the other container, which I can do. So install this one, and here it says deployment.apps product page v2 created. And when we go to the OpenShift console, you see here it is, and it's starting. And in the Kiali console, we also immediately see that one application is unhealthy. So give it a little time until it's scaled up. And now it's running, and here we see containers ready 1 of 1. So it's the application container in the pod, but not the sidecar. And now when I go to the Kiali console, you see a warning, degraded product page. We go to the graph, we can see now that this is indeed degraded. You see the version 2 with the exclamation mark, and the whole product page is marked with the exclamation mark. And when you go to the legend, you can see that the exclamation mark means missing sidecar. And when we go to the workload, we can also see that there is no Istio sign, and the status said one warning found, pod has no sidecar. Similar here in the application list. Where product page has degraded health and does not show the Istio icon over here other than the MySQL DB in the product page. Here you see it detailed. The old one, product page v1, has the sidecar, version 2 doesn't. Now let's go back to the graph here and uninstall this product page version. So now it's deleted. And when we get back into Kiali, go back into the book info namespace, it still shows the issue. This is because we are fetching the data from the last minute. So this was still present within the last minute, and this is why Kiali is still showing the issue. We wait a little longer. It's gone. Now we are back to normal, obviously. And if we go for fetching like last 10 minutes, we should be seeing that the error has happened within the last 10 minutes. So that's a good way to check if what the system state was within the last X minutes. So let's go back to last minute. Now let me install a different one. So I have a route rule here that only directs traffic to reviews v2 and 3 50/50, so there should be no traffic to v1. It's a virtual service, so let's install that. Installation has been created. Go to Kiali, and enable the traffic requests of total. So first what we see here is that reviews has now this virtual service installed. This is marked by this icon that looks a bit like the GitHub fork item, because I mean these routing rules are like forks anyway. And now the product page shows an orange icon, and now even worse, we have a red icon, a red line going to this reviews service as a triangle. And this means that there is some traffic directed to reviews that cannot be delivered, and it's 37%, so this is pretty bad. And if we go to this reviews service, we see on the virtual services tab that there is a warning, so we go there. There is this one rule, reviews. It's an HTTP route, not all check passed, subset not found. If you look at the YAML editor, we can directly see the validation in the YAML of the rule here. So I have defined that my traffic should go to host review with a subset v2 and v3, but I have not defined the respective destination rule. So if you look at this, it's only the virtual service, but not a destination rule. We can also have some errors injected, fault injection. So this is now created. Here you see the virtual service, host details with a subset, and here we define a destination rule, this host with the subset. Go back to Kiali, and here we see for the details v1 we now have this virtual service. And if we look at the traffic now, let's go with requests per second. So traffic to details will now fail because we have set in the virtual service that there should be some aborting here, and you see that everything that's done is errors. We run at 1.7 requests per second, and everything is an error. So let's better get rid of that rule again. Now you see after the update, traffic, HTTP request traffic, the error request traffic is going down for this node and or for this edge, and normal traffic to details v1 is ramping up again over here, and it's now successful. Again, we still show the orange product page box and the red line because we're fetching the data for the last minute, and now the minute is over and everything is back to green.